What's your memory type? Discover how your brain stores information. Understanding memory types. Our brains store and recall information in different ways. Some of us excel at remembering vivid personal experiences, others retain facts and concepts with ease, while some learn best through hands-on practice. Discover which memory type you are. 1. When you think back to your favorite birthday, what is the first thing that comes to mind? A. The specific feeling of blowing out the candles and who was standing next to me. B. The date, my age at the time, and the list of gifts I received. C. The physical motion of unwrapping presents or the taste of the cake. 2. You are learning to play a new board game. How do you prefer to start? A. Hearing a story about how the game is played or watching a round in action. B. Reading the rulebook from cover to understand the logic. C. Just starting to play and learning the moves as I go. 3. Someone asks for directions to a local landmark. How do you describe the route? A. Turn left at the coffee shop with the red door, then go past the park where the big oak tree is. B. Head north for 2 miles, then take the third exit on the roundabout. C. I can't really explain it, but I can drive you there. It's all in the turns. 4. What is your favorite way to spend a rainy afternoon? A. Looking through old photo albums or scrolling through your digital memories. B. Watching a documentary or reading a nonfiction book about a new topic. C. Working on a craft, playing an instrument, or practicing a sport. 5. You meet an old friend you haven't seen in years. What do you remember most clearly? A. The last time we hung out and the funny thing that happened at dinner. B. Their name, where they work, and where they went to college. C. The specific way they laugh or the handshake we used to have. 6. If you were studying for a history test, which method would help you the most? A. Imagining yourself living through the events as if they were a movie. B. Memorizing the timeline of dates, names, and key definitions. C. Creating a physical project or a map that represents the era. 7. When you are in the kitchen, do you use recipes? A. I remember the vibe of how my grandmother made it and try to recreate that. B. I follow the measurements and temperatures exactly as written. C. I don't need a recipe. My hands just know how much salt to add and how to chop the vegetables. 8. Which of these sounds like the biggest win for your brain? A. Recalling a vivid flashback to a happy moment. B. Winning a trivia night because you knew a random fact. C. Perfecting a difficult physical skill, like a dance move or a yoga pose. 9. How do you usually remember your passwords? A. I associate them with a specific event or a person's birthday. B. I memorize the sequence of letters and numbers. C. My fingers just know the pattern on the keyboard when I go to type it. 10. What is your most prized mental collection? A. My mental scrapbook of life experiences and travel stories. B. My internal encyclopedia of facts, languages, and concepts. C. My toolbox of skills from riding a bike to typing or playing sports. Which memory type are you? Think about how you remember best. Do you recall vivid personal experiences, A's, facts and concepts, B's, or physical skills and actions, C's? Reflect on your natural tendencies. The episodic specialist. If you answered mostly A's, your memory works like a high-definition movie. You vividly recall the who, what, where, and when of past experiences. Rich, detailed autobiographical memories. Strong emotional intelligence. Natural storytelling abilities. Excellent at recalling personal experiences. Connects emotions to memories. The semantic sage. If you answered mostly C's, your brain is a highly organized library. You excel at storing facts, meanings, ideas, and concepts with remarkable clarity. Trivia expert who remembers names and dates. Master of definitions and terminology. Logical thinker who loves understanding systems. Connects ideas and sees the bigger picture. The procedural pro. If you answered mostly C's, your memory lives in your muscles. You remember how to perform actions and skills effortlessly. Memory is stored in muscle memory. Excellent at learning physical skills. Learns best by doing, not reading. Natural coordination and flow. Masters tasks through repetition. Comparing the memory types. Understanding the key differences between episodic, semantic, and procedural memory helps you identify your dominant type and optimize your learning approach. Why knowing your memory type helps. Tailor learning strategies to your memory strength. Improve communication by knowing how others remember. Enhance storytelling or fact retention skills. Boost skill acquisition by matching your style. Make studying and work more efficient. Thanks for exploring your memory type.